guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here, and today we're having a look and a bit of a review of the Garmin Fenix 5X. So this is a new watch that I bought, and let me tell you, right off the bat, it's the first fitness watch thing that I've owned that's so comprehensive like this. So I have owned Fitbits and stuff in the past, and obviously I wasn't really impressed with them. They do enough, but it's not really good enough if you really want to get the most out of it. So with the Garmin range, they offer a lot more. So inbuilt GPSs, especially on this one, so you can actually look at different maps and stuff on the watch itself. And they connect to a mobile phone app, whether it be on Android or iOS, which gives you so much more control over what you do and what you see with the app as well. So rather than just counting steps, you get the actual distance. And we'll get into that a little bit later too, about how I feel about that and its accuracy and those sort of things. But let's just have a look from a design standpoint. So, as you can see here, the watch does sit pretty high. There's a lot of stuff jammed in there. You look at it on my wrist. Now I don't have the biggest wrists in the world, but I've yet to really feel it. The weight of the watch doesn't really affect me either. Like, I know it's there, but it's not too heavy or anything like that, even when I'm running, walking, cycling, whatever. Let's have a look at the band. Now, if I'm going to take this one off, I haven't been wearing it that long today, but you can see, if you can, there's a little indent there where the heart rate monitor sits, and you'll get a little bit of indentation and stuff across the wrist where the strap sits. But the strap doesn't annoy me. The other most common watch I've worn, apart from this one, has been a Casio G-Shock Mudman, or whatever you... And I can either have it just too loose, or so tight that it annoys the shit out of me. This one doesn't. Regardless of how tight I have it, I've never noticed it slipping, and the band being elastic helps tremendously. So I'm very impressed with that. It's wear, it's weight, and it's comfortable. So it gets a big tick on that. Next thing, battery life. If you don't use the sports modes, you get, I would, at least 5 days out of the watch. Regardless of like what you're using it for and how many emails and messages and stuff, I suppose, and how often you're hitting the light on it. But the battery life is tremendous in this watch. I can easily go away for a weekend, so Friday to Sunday, and not have to worry about charging this device up, because it will last. Now, on saying that, if you do use one of the sports modes, I've taken this for an hour walk before, and you notice then that the battery will start to drain as it's pulling in all that GPS information, as it's constantly lit up, as it's using its timer. Those sort of things tend to drain it. But for normal everyday use, it's pretty good. It's pretty bloody good. Have to charge it every 5 days or so. Also on that comfortability thing is it's pretty sleek. So I've hardly ever noticed it getting caught, even though it is a bit bulkier. It is smooth and hardy. The watch has a sapphire glass thing, so little scratches and stuff, like it does get fingerprints and stuff on it, but if you're touching the screen, why? It's not a touch screen. But it is very, very durable. The band feels nice and strong, even though there is a bit of play in it. And there we go. You can see I've just got an email on it, and even the outer casing doesn't seem to have any scratches or anything on it. One thing that this watch has improved, and I don't know whether it's that much of a good thing or whatever, but I'm missing less phone calls, I'm missing less emails and stuff, because they all come up on this little bad boy here, on this little screen. So I'm alerted to it more often than, when you get that flurry of emails in the morning or whatever, and you wake up and you got so many emails on your phone. And so my Android one, if I can show it, will only show 2 emails per account. So I'll only be able to see the most recent 2 emails. Who knows how many more there are besides that. And if they're not of interest, I normally don't even worry about them. But with this one, it shows you things as they come in. So you're getting them close to real time. I've noticed with a few Facebook messages and stuff like that and other app notifications, they do take maybe about a minute or so sometimes before they actually reach the watch. But that could be just reception problems or what have you. Okay, so getting to the GPS measurements. When you're just using the watch normally, because as you can see on the face here, I've got a distance, I've got my step meter, battery life, as well as a date and time. Now, just using it there, I find it's very, very accurate, very good there. But when I've been using it for the sports modes, I've been finding there's been a little bit of a discrepancy. Maybe that is, so when I went for the walk, I know where 500 meters is from my house. And so I was using the Runkeeper app, as well as the watch's just solo timekeeping, distance keeping app that it has inbuilt, and went for a bit of a walk, and I noticed around the 500 meter mark there was about a 50-60 meter discrepancy there. But then it made up for it in a little bit. So I walked around town, got a coffee, and made little movements between some of the shops in there. But as I was moving around the shops, Runkeeper didn't pick it up. Whether that was because it was inside a building, like a shopping mall sort of thing, or because of it just being such a short distance that it didn't matter. But my watch did pick it up. So I was able to add that distance on there more accurately and more availably. But even then, when I went for a run as well, just a quick 1k loop around the block, Runkeeper said 1.06, while the watch said 0.99. So whether it's when it starts up, it just doesn't pick up that first initial bit of distance, or it's still booting up, still getting the signal from the GPS or whatever, which doesn't add up because it's always on, always calculating your distance there anyway. I don't know. But it robs you a little bit at that starting point, so it seems. Yet to try it with cycling, but we'll see how we go with that anyway. I might do an update. And the heart rate monitor. Now, the heart rate monitor, if you're using it for that, seems pretty accurate. It's as accurate as the gym machines are. So I've been using it while I've been riding a bike or on the treadmill or something. I'll take my heart rate, and then quickly on my watch, I just hit down, and I'm onto my heart rate monitor. And it's exactly the same as would be with those gym machines. So is that an accurate scale? Accurate or not, it's in the ballpark at least. So that's a plus there. You're getting that information that some people might really need right there, then, and effectively. Also with the watch, you get a few apps. Now these apps just help and track your information. They track how many active minutes you do every week. You can put in your hydration, but we'll explore that right now. So starting the app, here you can see, so I've got my watch up the top and its current battery, it's currently syncing with it. So it's got my heart rate, my stress level, how many intensity minutes I've been doing throughout the week, my steps for the day, how many floors I've gone up, calories. So then I can input activity. I can keep a track of my weight, which is different. So if we go in there and change that, I am now 101.5 after today. And save that. And also to your hydration. So you'll see down here I've got 300, 750 and 800. So they're the normal bottles that I would drink out of each and every day. But you can actually change those too in your settings. So that's awesome that you can change that to suit you. So if you have a 2 litre bottle, you can have a 2 litre bottle there, 1 litre, whatever. Then you've got your stats for yesterday, for the last 7 days. Here you've got challenges that are on there, so you can join a badge challenge, so 100 miles or 150. Any connections that you have, I shouldn't have any, I don't think. You can create a challenge or join the weekly steps challenge. Here you've got a calendar that shows you stuff about how you're going and what you're doing. So 1st of July, got my steps, my heart rate, range and my stress level. And you can go along and see about what time that was. You got your news feed, the stuff that you've been doing, any notifications, and so on. You can go to your profile. Now they have little different badges and stuff that you can obtain and do and get, so it pushes you on to doing that a little bit more. Your stats and your about information. And then also there is the other one, which allows you to customize and add different widgets, whether it be for more information on weather, watch faces like I've done here, running apps, fitness applications or whatever. Now they range from free to a couple of dollars. Or you can just use the stuff on here already. But let's have a look at that little app and see what other widgets and stuff you can expect and easily put on to your device. So this app lets you download little widgets and stuff for. So I can download analog faces and you can check your devices to see if they're compatible, your training metrics, fun watch faces, little fun games and stuff that you can play on your watch, weather, more active lifestyle apps, power tools, workout estimates, life at a glance, so you can monitor your fever, your body temperature, apparently, if your watch has that, and a whole bunch more. You can search for things, quickly create and send a unique watch face, and get details about your device. So that brings us to the end of this one. For the money, I think this watch is worth it. I've absolutely enjoyed having it on there, and it's great to, rather than having to reach for your phone or in your pocket, or even if you're driving, you can just have a quick look and see if it's something worth your time or not, whether you have to pull over, or if your phone is in another room, you can easily just have a look, see if it's worth going for something you need to action on, whether it's a phone call or a message or just a really annoying email. Easily. And besides that, it seems accurate. It's helped me keep track of my distance, how much I'm actually doing during the day, and I might not need to take my phone with me on a run, on a walk, on a cycle, anything like that, which also then allows me to a bit more freedom of movement. But anyway guys, for a roughly around $500, I heartily recommend the Garmin Fenix 5X. I've enjoyed the hell out of having this watch, and I don't know, for roughly about half the price, if you can still get it. I got this off eBay. I know these are going out of fashion, probably stop production as they move on to probably the 7 and 7X and all that range now, as the 6 has been out for a little bit of time as well. So for an older watch, if you're okay with having something that's a little bit lower tech, this is fine. This has been absolutely beautiful. As I said, it is my first one, so I don't really have many expectations or anything about what it could do or should do or doesn't do that I'm missing out on. But it's a beautiful watch, tough, shows me what I need. I love it. So I give it about a 9 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's it for this one. I'm Rob Murphy. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I'll see you in the next video.